on the tour for about 350 days out of the year. And he happens to be in Nashville at this time. And I'm not going to say much more because I think he can speak for himself. But please, let's all give a big hand for Tommy Daniel.
That's an important message, isn't it? And you know, we're all so different. And coming to the realization that, well, this is who you are, and you better make the best of it. You know, if there's anything I've learned in this life, that there are so many things that are important, but the bottom line to me is show up and do your best. That's the bottom line. You've got to show up. Don't show up. Don't not show up if you say you're going to show up. Show up and do your best. That's really all that is expected of you. And the two other things that are a great driving force in our life are the pursuit of happiness, the pursuit of excellence. Man, you put those two together and you'll be Superman and Superwoman. You know, when it comes to playing music, there's a lot of dedication involved, a lot more than most people realize. But the rewards are amazing. And you know, there are so many times, I was telling my friends, the Cockerhams, last night, that I've had so many moments, you know, nearly every day in my life, where I go, wow, how did I get here? You know? If you have those moments all the time and remain grateful for what you have, and look closely at what's been given you, and pass it on. You know, you cannot outrun God's gifts for you. His pleasure, His love, His desire to give you what you need times 1,000. You cannot outrun it. As long as you are the first to give, if you have that in your heart, then you'll always be rewarded in a way that you'll never believe. You know, the things that have happened to me in my life, sometimes I just sit in wonder. The problem is that the world is so afraid. Everybody's afraid of each other because they're all watching all the bad stuff that goes on TV and on the news. And, you know, you won't see a report on what's going on in this room on CNN. It's way too good. You know what I mean? So I've always tried to be unafraid to approach people and to be myself. In fact, you know, I was talking at a school one time, and I said to these young people, every now and again I say, I've got a secret weapon. Anybody know what it is? And they say, you enjoy what you do. Yes, that's it. But that's not my secret weapon, you know. And I'll talk a little more about something else and demonstrate, and then I'd say, anybody else want to know about the secret weapon? And I'd say, you have a gift. Yes, that's fine, but that's not the secret weapon. And the secret weapon is that I'm just myself all the time, no matter where I go, on stage, off stage. I'm doing something. That's a great feeling, worthy of feeling good about, you know, and really genuinely help somebody. And you know, when Jesus' disciples said, why don't you send these people away so they can go and get their food somewhere else and leave us alone? And Jesus turned to them and said, why don't you feed them? There's a great principle in that. A great principle. Why don't you feed them? What can you do to help those people? I always remember that. You know? And the last thing I want to say today is that I was very inspired when I had a kind of revelation one day. I was thinking about what Jesus said in the Garden of Gethsemane. He said, I've finished the work you gave me to do. And when you think about that, you think, well, he was only, what, 33 years old or something? He could have went on and performed many more miracles. He could have saved a lot of sick people. He could have done all sorts of things, but he didn't. He said, I've finished the work that you gave me to do. That is a great principle to me, because it made me think, well, hang on, I'm not going to try and be all things to all people and try and do all these things. I'm going to say, this is what I'm born to do, and I'm going to stay on that track because that's the work I've been given. And I know that I'm no good at certain things, so I don't go and do them. They don't come naturally to me. But what I can do is the best I can with what I've got, with what I've been given and handed on. And that in itself really set me free, yet again. You know, finish the work you've given me to do. Find what God wants you to do and go and do it. Don't hesitate. Go and do it. It's important. I've had a good time playing for you today. I hope it's been good for you too. Thanks to the Cockerham family for asking me to do this, and to the Grand Poobah here. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Thanks again. I hope it was good.
Tommy was from Australia. Even though we have Nimalay over there, he didn't have the chance to join as a young boy. So I thought it only appropriate on our 90th anniversary that we make Tommy Emmanuel an honorary member of Nimalay. Right. Here is your patent membership as a member of the Order of Nimalay. And you're an honorary member of the first chapter of Nimalay.
Yes, sir.
Which is, you'll love this. It is, and we think so much of our moms, it is the mother chapter that was the first chapter of the Order of Nimalay. And you are now officially an honorary member of Mother Chapter for life, and Tommy, as you know, eternally.
Wow, that's right. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
And it's the greatest honor that I can think of giving to you right now from Nimalay International.
Thank you.